We continue now at the top of Daf Ayin Chesam and Beis in Meseches Eruvin. This is Eruvin Daf 78b. The Gemara now asks the following question: Chakak lahashlim bekosel bekamo. If a person carves out in the wall in order to be mashlim, what would be the halacha? Rashi explains: Chakak lahashlim bekosel sulam tsar. Let's say a person has a very narrow ladder. V'chakak bekosel mikan u'mikan keneged chavoke hasulam lahashlim rochva bedalit. And he decides he'll carve out in the wall rungs to, so to speak, extend the width of this ladder. So the part of the ladder will actually be carved into the wall in order to make the ladder 4 tefachim wide, so it will count in order to minimize, or in order to make a doorway in this case, in order to make it count as if the ladder is a doorway for the wall. So how high does he have to carve up? How high does he have to extend the width of this ladder? Rashi says, how much height does he have to do this for in order to extend the width of this ladder? So he's going to start at the bottom, let's say, of the ladder, extend by carving, extend the ladder 4 tefachim, and continue doing that all the way up the wall. Does he have to go all the way up the wall? Can he stop at a certain point? So Amar Lei said back to him, Bo'asara, it's got to be 10 tefachim. Rashi explains, Bo'asara ad asara yashlimenu, until 10 tefachim. Now, since the ladder is now 10 high, and for 10 tefachim high, it is 4 tefachim wide, have a beishir pesach that has the measurement of what we call a pesach, a doorway. Even though the wall might be much higher than that, it's still okay. It's still not a problem as long as you have 4 tefachim wide for 10 tefachim. And again, then you have all the halachos of a door within the wall. When you have a door within the wall, you can, if you want, the 2 chatzeros can join together and make 1 eruv. Amar lei, so he said to him, kulo bekosel bekama. What if he carves the entire ladder in the wall? There is no other ladder. The ladder is all carved in the wall. How much is it? Rashi says, chaka kola sulam bekosel. Kain shlivos, he carves rungs into the wall. V'rachvo b'meshach hakosel arba. The width of these rungs are 4 tefachim wide. Bekama gova tzarch lochak rochav arba. How high does this ladder have to go? Does he have to carve a width of 4 in that situation? So Amar Lei said, malo kamoso. There it's got to be the entire height. Rashi says, malo kamoso shal kosel tzarch shei meshach hachavagan arba. The entire way up, it's got to be 4 tefachim wide. Seems like a contradiction. In the case where you're carving to extend the width of an existing ladder, it only has to go for 10 tefachim. It only has to be 4 wide for 10 tefachim high. In the case where the entire ladder is carved into the wall, suddenly it has to be 4 tefachim wide, the entire wall. So he asked Umayshna, what's the difference? Amar Lei, so he responded to him, Hasam mistalik le, hachalo mistalik le. Rashi over here says, Hasam ki ikos sula magil rosh hakosel. When there's a real ladder going to the top, noach lalos, but it's easy to get up. That's what mistalik le means. It's easy to do it. Umiu lo chashiv l'mahave pesach. It's just a question of chashivas. It needs to be 4 tefachim wide. Hilkach chimash relay rochav arba v'gova asar pischa have. As long as the 10 tefachim of it is 4 tefachim wide, that's good enough. Here it's difficult to go up, and so it needs to be 4 tefachim wide the entire time. So it's just a question of how difficult it is to actually use the ladder. Rav Yosef asked Rabba the following question: Aso le'ilon sulam mahu. Let's say a person takes a tree and turns that into his ladder. That's going to be the way he's going to climb the tree in order to get over the top of the wall. Is that considered a pesach? What's the halacha? Tiboy l'Rebbe, tiboy l'Rabbanan. This is a question both according to Rebbe and the Rabbanan. Rashi over here explains, Tiboy l'Rebbe damar b'perek b'chol ma'arvin. Rebbe says earlier, Hanos an erev tchumen be'ilon kana erev. His opinion is you're lenient when you put the erev, the food of the erev tchum, inside a tree. It's fine. So there the tree can be used. So the question is over here, it's even according to Rebbe, who's lenient over there, it's going to be a question over here. Rashi explains why. The reason why Rebbe was lenient there was because an erev tchum takes effect at bein hashmashas, and the issue of using a tree on Shabbos is only a din d'Rabbanan, it's a shvus. So lo gazra ala bein hashmashas, according to Rebbe, there's no problem with a shvus during the bein hashmashas period. But when it comes to Eruvin Chatzeros, the doorway is making these 2 Eruv in 1 through the Eruv. And if you're not actually able to use the door the whole day because it's Shabbos and you're not allowed to climb the tree, lav pischa mikri, that shouldn't be called a Pesach. Therefore, the Eruv is not going to work. In other words, when it comes to the Pesach for an Eruv Chatzeros, maybe it has to be functional the whole day. It doesn't only go by Bein Hashmashas. That's what the Gemara over here explains, why it's a question according to Rabbi. Tiboy l'Rebbe, Tiboy l'Rabbanan. It's a question according to Rebbe and the Rabbanan. Tiboy l'Rebbe, it's a question according to Rebbe as follows. Ad kan lo kama Rebbe hasam. Rebbe was only lenient over there by Eruv Tchum. Called Davar Shumisham Shavus lo Gazru alav. That when it's something that's only the Rabbanan, there's no Gezerah. Hani mili ben Ashmashas. That's only true ben Ashmashas. Aval kula yom alo. But the entire day we wouldn't say that. When it comes to a Pesach, it's got to be usable the whole day. O Dilmor, maybe afilu l'Rabbanan. Even according to the Rabbanan who are strict when it comes to Eruv Tchum, they say you cannot put the Eruv Tchum in a tree. But over here, Pischahu, this is a good doorway. Va'ar Yehu d'Reviela. It's just like there's a lion. In this case, the Isser d'Rabbanan to use a tree is like a lion, a halachic lion that is preventing you from using the tree. But you have a door. It's just something you can't use. Gemara now asks a similar question. Aso la Asherah sulam. Let's say a person takes an Asherah tree, which you're not allowed to get benefit from. It's aser b'hana because it's served as avodah zara. Can that be made into a ladder? Rashi explains this is assuming a regular tree can be a ladder. What would be with the Asherah tree? What's the halacha? Tiboy l'Rabbi Yehuda, Tiboy l'Rabbanan. And this is a question also. It's a question according to Rabbi Yehuda and according to the Rabbanan. Rashi here explains. Asola Asherah Elon She'ovden Oso V'Aser B'Hana. You have a tree that you serve it as an avodah zara, and it's aser to get benefit from it. Im Tim Salomer B'Shar Elon Pesach. If you say that other trees aren't a good Pesach, Hacha Demati Lu Ana Al Yodeh Mai. Here, where you're getting a benefit from this tree, what's the halacha? Tiboy l'Rabbi Yehuda Damer B'Perak B'Chol Marvin B'Gemara. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Hanosin Es Eruva B'Kever Kana Eruv. Rabbi Yehuda is lenient when you place the food of the Eruv by a kever. V'Afa Gav the Kever Aser B'Hana. Even though a gravesite is aser b'Hana, so he seems to be saying in some capacity you can use Isurei Hana for Eruv, but it's still going to be a question over here. So Tiboy l'Rabbi Yehuda, Tiboy l'Rabbanan. It's a question according to both Rabbi Yehuda and the Rabbanan. Tiboy l'Rabbi Yehuda, it's a question according to Rabbi Yehuda as follows. Ad kan lo kama Rabbi Yehuda hasam. Rabbi Yehuda was only lenient over there. The mutter liknos bayis b'Isurei Hana, because it's mutter to be kona your makom shvisa, your house, in an area of Isur Hana. Elahasam only over there, de baser de kanale eruv lo nichale delinter, because after the eruv takes effect, you don't care to get any benefit that the food is protected. You don't care whether you're going to eat the food or not. You're just putting it there in order to have an eruv tchum. And as Rashi explains, we'll see in Rashi, that's not considered a benefit, because anytime you make an eruv, it's for a mitzvah purpose, and mitzvos lavle hanos nitnu. Mitzvos are not considered a personal benefit. Oh, Dilmor, maybe the same idea as before. Afilu l'Rabbanan, even according to the Rabbanan who say you cannot be kohen eruv in Isser Hana, Pischahu, but it's still considered a doorway in terms of the halachas of making a Pesach. Va'arya d'Reviola. And again, there's a lion that is stopping you from using it. In this case, the lion is the fact that it's an Asherah tree, but that's not good enough to mess up the Pesach. So Rashi over here explains. So you don't care that this area, this gravesite, protects the food. You're not really benefiting from the kever. The only benefit you're really getting is that the eruv takes effect. That's not considered a benefit. As is explained over there, that you only make an eruv tchum for a mitzvah. Mitzvahs are not for benefit. But when it comes to an eruv, that's definitely a benefit. The whole purpose is in order to allow you to carry from one chatzar to the other. It's not made for a mitzvah. That's clearly a benefit. Maybe even though it's aser b'hana, you're not really using it. It's called a Pesach. It's just there's a lion in your way. You can't practically use it, but you have a Pesach. Maybe we say nevertheless the chatzeros are mechubar. So you have here two questions about trees. Number one, a regular tree. Number two, an Asherah tree. So Amar Lei, so he responded to him. Again, this question originally started from Rav Yosef from Rabbah. So he responded to him. Rabbah responded to Rav Yosef, Elon mutter v'Asherah asura. In the case of a regular tree, it's fine, but the Asherah tree is going to be problematic. Maskiv lo Rav Chisda, so Rav Chisda asked on this answer, Adrab, on the contrary, Elon sheser Shabbos gorim lo. When it comes to the just a regular tree, what's the isser that's at the issue of isser that's at hand? The issue is that it's prohibited to use a tree on Shabbos. That's an isser Shabbos that's causing you. So nitzar, so that should actually be a problem. If Shabbos is the thing which is preventing you from using this Pesach, that should not be a Pesach. But Asherah, but when you have a situation of an Asherah, again, ignoring the tree part, just looking at the idol, the fact that it's an idol, that it's Asr Ba'ana, she'isr davar acher gorim lo. In that particular case, that's just a different Isser. That's an Isser of Avodah Zarah and Isser Hana, so that has nothing to do with Shabbos. Lo nitzar, there it shouldn't be Asr, because there you actually have like an external factor that's preventing you from using it. Itmar Nami was taught like this as follows. Kiyasa Ravin Amar Rabbi Elazar. When Ravin came, he said in the name of Rabbi Elazar, V'amri Lama Rabbi Avo, Rabbi Yochanan. Some people say it was Rabbi Avo who said it in the name of Rabbi Yochanan. Kol Shisr Shabbos Goram Lo Aser. If Shabbos is causing the prohibition, it's a problem. Kol Shisr Davar Acher Goram Lo Mutter. If something else is causing the problem, then it is Mutter. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak Masni Hachi. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak says it slightly differently. Elon Pluksa de Rabbi V'Rabbanan. When it comes to a tree, indeed it will be a machlokas Rabbi and the Rabbanan. Remember, the Gemara had said earlier, this is a question according to Rabbi, it's a question according to the Rabbanan. Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak is saying, no, it is exactly the machlokas, Rabbi and the Rabbanan. The same machlokas that they have by placing the food in a tree is the exact same machlokas they're going to have in this particular case where the tree is a Pesach. Same thing by Asherah. Asherah pluksa de Rabbi Yehuda v'Rabbanan when it comes to the Asherah tree, just like they have a machlokas by a kever, whether you can use it to put the food there for the Erev Tchum, they would have the exact same machlokas, whether the Asherah tree can be used as a Pesach. The Gemara continues with the Mishnah Charetz Shebein Beis Chatzeros. Let's say there's a ditch that's between two Chatzeros, which is basically the mirror case of having a wall between two Chatzeros. Here, instead of a wall, it's a ditch. Amuk Yud V'Rochav Dalet. It's 10 Tvachim deep and it's 4 Tvachim wide. Ma'arvin Shnayim Ve'in Ma'arvin Echad. That is a separation, and they make two separate Eruvin. They do not make one unified Eruv. Afilu Mole Kash Oteven. Even if you fill this ditch with straw, with the various kinds of straw, it is still not going to be considered a filled up ditch. It's still considered a ditch. It's still a separation. Mole Afar Otzroros, on the other hand, if you fill it up with dirt or you fill it up with pebbles, Ma'arvin Echad Ve'in Ma'arvin Shnayim, then it's considered that you make one Eruv together. There, the ditch is no longer. Let's say you fill the ditch with dirt. Very easy case to see. The dirt, basically, there is no ditch. Now you filled it. It doesn't exist anymore. That's totally bottle in the ditch. Same thing with sroros, same thing with pebbles, and then they become one chatzar. Nasan olav neser sharachav arba tfachim. Let's say he places a board of wood, almost like a bridge, that's 4 tfachim wide over it. V'chein beis gezus teros, zu keneged zu, or again, he's got these 2 gezus teros. These are 2 balconies, zu keneged zu. There are 2 balconies. Rashi will explain, one right opposite the other. You can, again, use a board of wood to connect them. Ma'arvin shnayim, then in that case, you've basically connected it with a doorway. They could make separate Eruvs if they want. If they want, they could make one unified Eruv. Pachos mikan, but if it is less than 4 tvachim, Marvin Shnaim, then they are separated. They can make 2 separate Eruvs. Vein Marvin Echad, it does not join them together. They cannot make one Eruv. Rashi over here explains, first of all, Charetz Aruchu Mafsek Al Panei Chatzar Kula. Rashi says the ditch has to be a long ditch that separates the entire chutzner. V'rachav dalet tvachim depachos mikan nach lepasu misvas vasvas. It's got to be at least 4 tvachim wide, otherwise you could jump right over it. We should note over here that when we talked about the wall that separates the 2 chatzeros, it doesn't actually need to be 4 tvachim wide. According to Rashi, the only reason the Mishnah said 4 tvachim wide was because the fruits were on the top of the wall, and it was an issue of getting the fruits, whether the area on the top of the wall is considered its own rishus. But when it comes to the charetz actually does need to be 4 tvachim wide, or else it's easy to jump over. Straw is something you're going to take out of the ditch. You're not mevatel it over there. It's not going to stay there forever. So the ditch is still considered present. Nasan olav neser misvaso l'svaso kain gesher. If you put a board of wood from one end to the other like a bridge, v'havik a pesach, that has the status of a pesach. Shtei gezus teros, again the 2 balconies. Nisarn bolton misvas tikras v'aliyah l'rishas haravim. You have these boards of wood that stick from the upper roof, the upper story, to rishas haravim v'korin lo aldior. That's what it's called in French. Vim yeshnan zu etzel zu b'shtei aliyos shel shnei diura. Now, if they are corresponding to each other, 2 different residents, 2 different upper floors right opposite each other, v'nosa neser rochav dalat kamin gesher mizu lazu, and then you've got a board of wood like a bridge that goes from one balcony to the other, havanami pesach. That's also going to be considered a pesach, pachos mikan she'eno rochav. But if it's not 4 tvachim wide, then it's going to be a problem. That does not unite the 2 chatzeros. Gemara now asks, v'teven lo chayetz. Is it really true that straw is not going to close up this ditch? It's not something that you're mevatel. But we learn in the Mishnah, matvein shebein shtei chatzeros. Again, this is like a pile of straw between 2 chatzeros. Gavo asar tvachim. It's 10 tvachim high. Marvin shnayim vein marvin echad. That becomes a wall, and it forces you to make 2 separate Eruvs and not unite together. Amar Abaye, so Abaye says, well, it's different when it's a wall. Inyan mechitza kuliyam lo pligi to have a mechitza. In terms of being a wall, everyone agrees it's considered a mechitza. Avol inyan chatzitza, but when it comes to a separation, or in this case to annul, to be mevatel, the separation of the ditch, ibatle chayetz. If you're mevatel the item there, then it's chayetz. V'lo batli lo chayetz, but otherwise not. And in this case, you're not mevatel the straw. The straw is something you're going to be taking away. Lo chayetz lo sasim. The word chayetz here means to close it up. If you're mevatel it there, it closes it up. You see that again. The matvein is considered a separation. Even though you're going to take that straw away one day, as long as it's there, it's a mechitza, because it is a separation. Various other similar situations of vessels that are considered to be mechitza. But when it comes to chatzitza, meaning lochutz b'fnei avir hacharetz, meaning it's trying to eliminate the airspace of the charetz, validon kisasam, to make it as if it's closed up, the mashras leika'ara, like the earth. So ibadle lehedya, if you are mevatel it explicitly, say you don't want this straw anymore, v'yamar lo shakilnula, you're never going to take it again, mehacha from here, batel, then it's batel. V'ilo lo, and if not, then that is not the case. Molei Afer, then it said that if it was filled with dirt, it certainly is batel. Gemara says, "Va'afilo b'stama," even if it's stam and you didn't explicitly declare that dirt is going to remain there. V'atzanan, but we learned in a Mishnah, Bayis shemilu teven otzroros ubitlo batel. If you have a house filled with straw or with pebbles and you're mevatel, it's batel. Bitlo in, if you're mevatel, you have to explicitly be mevatel. Now this Mishnah doesn't say anything about Afer, but there is a different text that some of the Rishonim have in this Mishnah. Let's take a look at Rashi. Va'afilo b'stama delo yadinani shakil sui lo. Even if we don't know whether you intend on taking this dirt or not, but doesn't it say you have to explicitly state that the dirt is batel? The case over here is bayis shetumas meis besocho. We're talking here about a situation with a house where there's tumas meis. There's tuma from a corpse inside this house. Umileu afar otzroros ubitlo. And then you fill this house with dirt or pebbles and you're mevatel. You can see Rashi has the girsa not of tevin, not straw, but afar, dirt, like our case. And you have to explicitly be mevatel. Once you fill the whole house with dirt, it becomes what's called tumah ritzutza. There is no real ohel anymore. Normally, if you have a mace inside a house, the roof of the house is an ohel, and it actually, the whole house is tummy, but it separates the tumah from going up any higher than the house. It stops, the tumah stops at the roof. But here, you fill the entire house, so it becomes tumah ritzutza, ubokas v'olad rakia. The tumah, it's as if there's no ohel, the tumah just shoots straight up to the sky. Somebody, let's say, would go over, walk on top of this house, on top of this roof, he'd actually be tameh. V'chol tumah she'ein la oel tefach bokas v'olad rakia. Any tumah that doesn't have an oel of a tefach large is going to do this. It's going to go straight up till the sky. Kidamer bebrachos v'perek mishamesu. That's what we say in brachos in perek mishamesu, and we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Ayin Tes Amud Aleph.